Hey folk, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a little updated Shadow and Rainbow High ranking video. I have not done one of these in a hot minute, and honestly, I genuinely thought, okay, yeah, like I did one of these videos that was technically like, I think part 3 of me ranking every Rainbow and Shadow High doll that has been made, and that was way back when the soft reboot started. And in my head, I was like, okay, so there's definitely like just enough dolls to go ahead and do an updated ranking. And then I started preparing for the video and I was like, oh, there are certainly enough dolls for me to talk about. Like, I don't know, I didn't realize how many dolls had come out since then. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I've bought less since the soft reboot started. So there's been fewer dolls entering my collection, but Rainbow has still been pumping stuff out. Reese, you're knocking things over. You're so absolutely precious kitten here. But yeah, so we do have a decent chunk of dolls to get through for today, and we're just going to do a tier list style ranking for them. Now, of course, the typical disclaimer is that these are just my thoughts. It's totally chill if you completely disagree with everything I have to say. Just be nice about it if you want to express that in the comments down below. Now, I will pop up on screen here sort of where the rankings had been for the previous parts. I will say those do not necessarily hold 100% true today, just because, like, I mean, if we go back to the earliest ranking, that was years ago at this point. Like, I might not have the exact same opinions, but I'm not going back and like retroactively re-ranking them. So this is just where I was at the time that I did those rankings. Side note, I have no clue anymore what like my rules were, especially for the last ranking. Like for the last ranking that I did like a separate tier list for Shadow High, even though there were only like 6 dolls to get through. And then I did like the separate one for Rainbow High, and I don't think I was including budget dolls. I don't really know what the thought process was. Again, it's been a long time, so I don't know why those were the choices that I made. For today's video, we will be doing Rainbow and Shadow High on the same chart. I'm so baffled. I have no idea why I thought that was the way to go about things. And also, when it comes to budget dolls, I'm using sort of a like unique rule system, which I'm sorry if it bothers you, but it just seemed like the best and easiest way to go about things for me. And that is that I'm not including budget dolls that are very close to and clearly referencing their original dolls. So, like the semi recent Shadow High budget dolls that are very clearly wearing outfits that are some are certainly more similar than others, but like they're definitely referential to the original outfits. My general consensus on those is that they're just like less exciting versions of the original outfits. And so while I am in support of them in the sense that like I do believe that budget dolls should always be an option, like I think that people of any income level should be able to have dolls available to them. I just don't necessarily think that it's like fair to rank them in like the same chart and everything that I'm ranking like significantly higher production dolls. But the exception to that is budget dolls that have a very clear, unique design to them. So, like the from the soft reboot from way back at the beginning, the Swim and Style, I believe it was for Rainbow High. Those are budget dolls of Ruby, Skylar, Violet, and Sunny. I remember that right for sure. And they're all in swimwear. It's not like any swimwear that we've seen them in. I mean, we haven't seen them in swimwear up until this point. So it's like a new design and everything. So even though it is a budget doll and like has, you know, the budget articulation and everything, the design is completely different from anything we've seen before. And so it feels relevant to rank it. Again, sorry if that seems vague and weird and kind of asinine. That's not the intention. It's just what makes sense in my little brain here. So, with all of those explanations and everything out of the way, let's just jump on in because I already know I'm going to be talking shit for way too long. So, as per usual with my tier list style ranking videos, we're going to be using Procreate, and I am using the same tiers that I've been using since like I started doing these Rainbow High rankings. They're not necessarily perfect anymore, and if Rainbow High like continues long enough for me to do another one of these, I might end up changing them up, but for now we're just going with the tried and true what we've had before. So we're starting off with perfect, then we have good, then overhyped, just a reference, which was explicitly included because, you know, back in the heyday of Rainbow High, they definitely had a lot more things that were so clearly like designer references and like pop culture references and everything. I'm sure there still are some in this new phase of Rainbow High. They're just not obvious enough for someone who's a little bit oblivious like myself to notice, but that's why that was a category in like Who knows? We might end up using it. Then we have mid and actually bad. So we are going to be starting off with the very swim and style dolls that I was like referencing in the intro. And we're starting off with Miss Ruby. So I do think her face is cute. Her outfit is just like extremely basic. I am immediately aware that I need to get my pen and everything prepared so I can circle and critique things. But I just do feel like there's something inherently wrong with this. Like, it is a perfectly cute swim doll to me. There's just nothing exciting either. Like, the sunglasses are fine, but unremarkable. The swimsuit is a very basic swimsuit that just has RH printed all over it. They all come with one of these little wraps. I recognize the red as a bad color for Ruby. For everyone else, it's going to be a good color, so we're just going with it to circle things. But yeah, they all come with like these little multifunctional wraps that I actually do think are genuinely very cute. I don't know why I'm a sucker for a just square piece of fabric, but here we are. I really like this one in particular. I think the slight, like almost gold iridescence that it has really works well with the rest of Ruby's outfit. And then she's just got these basic shoes. So, like, it's just there. It's not anything bad, but it's certainly not exciting to me. I think that inherently means I'm going to put her in mid, which it seems mean, but she's certainly not overhyped. And if it's a reference, it's not like a super duper strong reference, in my personal opinion. So that's where she has to go. This is kind of a weird tier list just because the mid tier is so far down, but this is what we're doing. Okay, it's too late for me to change my mind now. Anyway, the violet, this is, and I say this like so genuinely and without a trace of irony, one of the best violet dolls that MGA and Rainbow High have ever produced, which sounds just terrible, but they always make the ugliest violet dolls. Like, she always just has terrible dolls, at least in my opinion. I know a lot of the fandom also really really dislikes violet dolls. Like, I don't know who has it out for her on that design team, but they hate this girl so much. So this one stands out, even though it is a swimsuit doll. I just got my pen stuck in my hair because I genuinely think she looks so good. Like, this is Violet put together. The sunglasses, they're still simple, but I don't know, something about the shape is sort of funky, and I feel like goes with her little outfit. She's got her wrap on in a different way, and the swimsuit she has on underneath it is just like this nice little like strappy piece with a few different colors of purple. It's like simple, it's ineffective or inoffensive. There we go. It's not like anything bad or ugly like we usually get with Violet dolls. And honestly, I think it looks really solid. Like, I think it follows the curves of the doll very well. She's got some funky little like jelly shoes, which personally I'm a fan of. Unironically, a really good Violet. Like, I didn't end up buying her just because I don't really feel like I need to have a swim doll for Rainbow High, and I'm not a huge fan of the lack of articulation, but I genuinely love the design for this doll, even though it's super simple, because at least they didn't mess up the simplicity. So this might sound insane, but she's going in good. Next up is Skylar, who, for this line in particular, they really decided they hated Skylar because why the did you give her a denim swimsuit? A denim printed swimsuit. I refuse to acknowledge the possibility that in the Rainbow High universe, this is supposed to be actual denim, because the idea of swimming in denim, especially a denim swimsuit shaped like this, it makes my skin crawl. Like, I'm itchy now. That's just so foul. So I have to go with the also heinous but somehow less offensive alternative that this is just a denim printed swimsuit in this universe. And like, I know that Skylar's whole thing is denim, but good God, we could have done something more creative than just giving her this absolute monstrosity. Like, it's so, I can't believe that they did this. I can't believe they thought this was acceptable. I also just want to point out the sunglasses. I'm not vibing. I think that if you did this sculpt with like more painted detail or something, it could look good. But in just the solid plastic, this looks so weird and cheapy and awful. So she's going in actually bad for sure. I low key hate that doll. And lastly, from the swim and style line is Miss Sunny here. These all like it's so hard with these type of dolls that have like the accessories and stuff to find the best picture for them, because it's like I want you to see all of it, but then all of it kind of covers up some features. So she does have a really cool little like 3D, I'm gonna say sun. It kind of looks like a flower to me, but like her name's Sunny. She has a 3D little thing on her hip that I do think is relatively cute. I really don't like the top part of the swimsuit though. Like it's just, I don't know, it's not really working for me. The fish bag I think is cute. The sunglasses I think are cute. The shoes I think are cute. However, I just don't really know that it feels like they all match together. And I do understand that that can be sort of a tenet of Sunny's style. Like I understand that being super matchy and like having everything make perfect sense isn't necessarily the style that Sunny is going for. However, I have said this about I think it was her runway doll before. Sunny has a style where it's inspired by like these J fashion elements. And I really truly think that you have to fully commit, which means that it's inherently hard to do for a doll, let alone a budget doll. You have to go all in for it to work. I just think that like she doesn't have almost enough elements. And like maybe that sounds crazy, but I genuinely think that if she had a swimsuit that maybe had like a different cut on top. I don't know. I'm still iffy about that one. But some accessories for her hair and like some bracelets and everything that would suddenly make all of these elements tie in together better because it's like, oh, she just has a like style that's a little bit more eccentric than what most people wear and it would make sense. Whereas here, there's just enough to get hints of that style, but it's like not enough for it to feel like she's fully committed. I don't know. Am I being an asshole? Maybe. But she's just mid to me. That brings us to a relatively new line. These are not in like order of release at all. This is literally just me going through and being like, okay, what have I not talked about before in a ranking style video? I did just do a video on this line as a whole, like a dedicated video discussing my thoughts on them. So I am going to be a little bit more brief with these just because I don't want to bore you all. And also this video is already going to be long enough. So we're starting off with the Bedazzling Genevieve Blue doll, who is my favorite of the bunch. I just think she's kind of cutie patootie. I don't really know. I like the hair blend for her. I like the sparkles on her dress. I like the cut of the dress. She is one of the few dolls that I feel like she's not like a standout in the sense that I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait to own her. This is going to be my new favorite Rainbow High doll ever. Like, oh my God, I'm just so excited. But all of the other ones in the line, there's at least one thing that I'm like, I don't like that. And I genuinely, like, there's things that I think we could improve about this doll, but I think that she's pretty as is. And I don't really have any out and out, like, ew, that's bad moments with her as is. So I'm going to put her into good. Then we have Celine Turquoise, who has great bones, but just like not enough going on. It honestly really, really sucks to see like some of the new stuff that Rainbow High is putting out because there is so much of it that I really genuinely believe is such a good baseline, but they just can't bring it up to the level that they used to be able to bring these things up to, and it's just a lot. So that sucks. But like this dress is so crazy. And if you take this hair, like this hair blend is genuinely so pretty, but if you style it differently instead of just like, oh, it's basic curls. Like, I just want more from it. I want some braids. I want some ponytails in there. Like, I want some twists, something interesting to give it any ounce of character. I don't know. That sounds really mean. And like accessories, necklace, earrings, bracelet, like anything. So she's pretty. I don't think that she's bad, but she's just missing a lot. So she kind of has to go into mid. Shit. Mid filming me being like, man, I really don't know if these fit anymore. Okay, give me one moment. I lied. I'm gonna change some things up. Okay, we've fixed things now. So now it goes perfect, good, overhyped, mid. We've gotten rid of the just a reference tier. I genuinely think that was such a good tier to have in early Rainbow High rankings because so many things were just a reference. Like I know so many people love Cheryl from Rainbow High, and that is fabulous. Like I'm not trying to take that away from you. That is fully a reference. Like that is literally just a doll that was made as a reference. So that's the perfect tier for her. But at this point, I just don't think that that's quite what we're getting. So we've changed things. We've brought mid up, so I feel better about putting dolls in mid, and then we've added getting questionable, and then it goes actually bad. So I think this is a better spread for where Rainbow High is at now. So now we can continue with Adeline Rose, who really did a bait and switch on me because I only saw, let me get that red back, this much of her, and that was, I only saw this much of her when I first saw her because it was an inbox picture. And the only things I could focus on were she looks like Kaya Hart, who I love, and she's got crimps in her hair, which I love. And then I really looked further and I was like, oh, Yeah, that like filigree on her like chest piece here is a little bit weird with the zipper for me. Like I don't know how I feel about that. And then I saw the shoes. What? What are we doing here? The way I phrased it in the video about these dolls was that it looks like the duck nails, but shoes. And personally, I hate that. She has the base doll, which is her like redeeming quality. So she's not going bottom tier, but she is certainly getting questionable because those shoes are they're weighing her down. They are really weighing her down. Those are crazy. Noemi Violet. This one, okay, this is very interesting. You might get a hint of where I'm planning on placing this doll. I don't think she's bad. I think that the base doll is actually super duper pretty. Like this makeup, hello, are we like the little shape to it? That is so fun. I think the hair blend is chill. I like the silhouette, the concept of the dress, but I have no idea what these little dots are doing. And the swirls, like the just random swirls of ruffles all over the place, are they're not working for me. They're just not working for me. Her shoes better than Adeline's, so there's that, I guess. But overall, I just like she still isn't giving what I want her to give. She's one that like I would consider buying on a super sale so I can take the dress off her and put something else cute on her. But like overall, the entire thing that we have, I'm not a fan. This is like almost everyone's favorite doll from this lineup, it seems. Which that's fine. Like I'm not trying to say that oh, like you're wrong. Like it's not like that. I just think it's really fascinating because generally speaking, the vibe that I have picked up about this line, there's always going to be people who feel a little bit differently. But it seems like the general community census is like not a particularly exciting line, maybe one or two good ones, but she's like always the one that people are saying is their favorite. I'm gonna put her in overhyped, which makes me feel a little mean. But like I just don't I'm so confused about how everyone is fine with this dress. I would put her in mid outside of that, but I just, she's getting a lot of attention. So a lot of other people love her. I just think it's a little teensy, like a baby amount of overhype, okay? It's not like dramatic, but the tears there. I'm not changing again. We're going to use it for at least this round of Rainbow High Ranking, and I think she's a teensy bit overhyped in my opinion. Vivian Rouge is a disaster in my mind here. This is like trying to be wow, I picked how is it that red is always the right color until today? The like trying to be edgy, ill-fitting bustier with the toddler's little tutu bubble skirt looking thing, the pigtails with like the super fancy makeup. It is all just so mismatched and jarring and I don't understand it and I don't like what's going on here. So she's going in actually bad. Then I have not talked about these on the channel yet. They're going to be in a dolls I don't want video at some point. But we did get a I don't I don't know if it's being marketed as a budget line. I actually can't remember. But we got some Shadow High pajama dolls, which is certainly very different than their base dolls. So they get to be counted whether they're budget or not. So the line is called Girls Night. And first we're looking at my personal favorite, Heather. She is so spanking cute, so precious. I think please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments because I just haven't paid that much attention. But I believe they're missing the arm articulation, which is why I'm like, oh, are they a budget doll? But I again, I could be totally wrong on that. I probably should have checked for this video, but do you guys really come here like expecting me to have it together? I hope not. But regardless, with Heather, the top especially, I think is so cute. Like the mix of fabrics is so super fun. And we've got like the little pom-poms going on there, which we absolutely love to see it. Her makeup too, the lips, that, oh, she's very, very pretty there. The pants are good too. The pants are definitely getting more into clear cut, like loungewear territory, which is an interesting thing with this line because it's like most of them look like they are definitely a loungewear, but it's like you could kind of get away with wearing that to the store. And like, obviously, you can wear whatever you want to the store. I don't care if you wear your actual literal pajamas to the store, but like, people are going to notice if you do. These are loungewear to the point where like people might not turn an eye. And then there's just one that's like, what's happening here? Heather's not that one. Like, they are getting a little bit loungewear with the waffle knit, but they're still really cute with like the patch and the printing and everything. And then she's got these funky like chained platform slippers. She's an absolute vibe. The only thing that is stopping me from like considering getting her again is that I believe that they have the unarticulated arms. And that's it. Hold, do any of the other ones have like, we're gonna cheat for a sec. Natasha. Yeah, see? They don't have joints. So that's what's making me hesitate because I really prefer articulation. But otherwise, she's a very, very cute doll. She gets to go up into good. Then I get to make people upset because Chanel is like the universal favorite from this lineup. And I just don't like her specific style. Like that's basically it. I'm not a big fan of her. I don't want to say vibe because that makes it sound a lot more personal. Just the clothing type that she wears, where it's like a little bit preppy. I mean, her name is Chanel, like Chanel. So, like, the reference is there. I get it. I understand why. If you like this type of clothing, it makes perfect sense that you would like this doll because I do think she's objectively very well designed. She's just not designed in an aesthetic that appeals to me personally. What is interesting is I believe this is the first time we've ever had a Chanel with her hair fully down. I don't think we've ever had that before, so that's like kind of cool. It's a fresh thing for her. I got an eyelash in my eye. How is this happening? Golly. Um that was really distracting. Sorry. She's got some really just unbelievable glowy, like unearthly blue makeup on her. The lips especially. She's so good. So good as a base doll. The robe is really pretty. The dress underneath is really pretty. Oh my god, sorry. I like still am suffering. I'll take care of it in a second. Like it's genuinely good. I can't complain about it in the sense of like it's not outright ugly and it doesn't look like it's bad quality or anything like that. It is simply not my style. So inherently, I'm going to be putting her in mid because it's not my style. She's not going in overhyped though, specifically because I can recognize that like that's just a style thing. Like she's a well-designed doll, which no, I'm keeping them. I'm not changing anymore. I was like, should overhyped go underneath mid? This is fine. Just like that's the distinction I'm making. She's mid to me, but I wouldn't call her overhyped because, like Noemi, I'm genuinely confused about why people like that dress. Again, it's fine if you do, but I'm confused. Chanel, I get why people like it. I just don't. So hopefully that makes sense. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta go fix my eye. Well, I couldn't find the offending eyelash, so that's gonna come back to bite me in anywhere between 30 seconds and like 12 hours. So we're just gonna continue on with Natasha. Gave you a little sneak peek, but this is her. I am like on the fence about the outfit. I don't know. I really like the top. I think that the words on the pants, it just says Shadow High, which is like very typical of them to be doing that branded stuff. Like Rainbow High has been doing that since the moment it was conceived. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sold on the pants, but I do think the top is really, really pretty. I don't like this haircut for her. I don't know. It's just not working for me. Also, am I crazy? I can't see my Natasha very well from this angle, but her hair looks not as white as her original doll. Am I insane for that? Because I just remember her original one and I don't feel like there was this much difference between her hair and her skin. It just looks sort of yellowy, which is why it's bothering me. Like if it was more of a cool tone, like a gray tinge or a blue tinge, that's fine. It just looks a little yellowy in here. And it's like, I don't know. I think the problem is that like depending on the color that it's up against, this particular like slightly yellowy shade of white could look totally fine, could look very, very stark white. But when the rest of the doll is all white, you really notice when there's something that's a little bit off and it feels a little bit off to me. I'm going to put her in mid. That feels fair. And then we get the misfit of the bunch, which is poor Luna. What is going on? Why is she the only one who's wearing straight up jammies? Again, like, it's not even that I have anything against jammies, but like, this doesn't fit with the rest of the line. Like, she's not going to the same little like girls' night shindig as the rest of the girls. Like, she doesn't fit in it. It just, I kind of feel a little bit bad for her, but I also have to critique her. Hi, baby, you coming back up? Look at you, little angel. So talented, such a good jumper. I like her hairstyle. I just don't like her hair fiber. Her face is perfectly cute. And I will say that the pajamas look like they are decent quality. Like there's a whole pocket on the patch there. On the patch there. Good God. On the top there. But I don't know. I just don't like them. I think I, okay. Can you not tear up my sweater, please, baby? I wish y'all could see her face right now. She is like, you are on one, huh? You want to play with mommy? I'll play with you in a little bit, baby. I have to film. I know. You are so, hold on. Did you almost just fall? I'm gonna grab my phone. You get some behind the scenes footage. My little baby. Now you don't want to show off how cute you are? Are you shy? There it is. I can't believe that the second I pull out another camera, she's like, oh, never mind. We're done being cute in that direction. Anyway, I guess cat intermission over. You're so silly. You're so silly, kitty. I love you so much. Okay, sorry. Back to Luna. We're gonna let you chill peacefully, Miss Weiss, because you're trying to attack me. Yeah, I don't think that she fits the theme. I think that this would not be an outfit that I would be critiquing if this was a line of like certainly pajama dolls. But every other doll looks like they're like having a fun little sleepover, and they were like, trying to dress in something that you can sleep in, but they still want to be fashionable and like then you have Luna, and it's just not for me. I'm going to put her in getting questionable. Okay, next up we have the Closet Amaya, who I actually do have. Thank you to my mother in law. I think that this is a solid doll once you take into account all the fashions that she comes with. Like, I do think that the base doll is good, but like the base outfit, it's not my favorite of the three. Personally, I'm on the wrong layer. Has to happen once per video. I'm a fan of this one. I think that is just so unreasonably cute on her. It's so good. So I wanted to have this image so that we could just be like, hey, here's all the different things that she comes with so that you understand my ranking a little bit better. She's also significantly prettier in person. Like the stock photo, I don't think is a bad stock photo by any means, but her face is like genuinely 20 times cuter when you hold her in your hands. Like I didn't even notice that really upon looking at the stock photos until I had the doll. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, mine is way, way nicer looking than this. So knowing that she's prettier than she looks in here, I'm going to put her in good. Because, like, I'm accounting for, I'm on the wrong layer again, the different fashions that she has. I like when a doll comes with different fashions. I think it's just really fun to be able to have that mix and match without having to buy extra stuff. Like, it's just something that I really like. And I don't know. I feel like Amaya gets a lot of shit, and that's fine because, like, sometimes she deserves it. But sometimes she kind of pops off in, like, an unexpected way, and I just really like that one. That does bring us to the Rainbow High Littles that we must discuss because they made a Fantasy Fairies series to go along with, like, the slime leg stuff that the tall, like, full size Rainbow High dolls were doing. This is Apple. Listen, I despise these little gremlins. I really just the Rainbow High Littles are not it for me, but I will say I think they are slightly less terrible in this like fantasy theming. I think that that just helps make them a little bit more tolerable. Apple is still not good. Still not what I want to be seeing. What is going on with the fabric here? Are those just pockets? But she's also got pocket. What the heck is that? Whatever. um, Still don't like her. So she's still gonna be actually bad. She's still bottom tier. But they aren't eliciting the same like visceral horrified reaction that the standard Rainbow High Littles get. So that's nice. Then we have Emerald, who honestly, like, I think would have something going on if it weren't for the polka dots on the skirt. I think that just really takes away from everything else that's happening here. This might sound insane. I don't know that this is a good sign that Rainbow High has gotten to the point where I can rank a Rainbow High a little higher than bad, like the worst bottom tier, but she's getting questionable. Because I really truly think that if it weren't for that skirt, she would have some merit. Sapphire, God, this one's kind of creeping me out. I don't know, something about the eyes. They're so dead, just freaky. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I realize I'm being insane, but that one's going in actually bad. Amethyst, you know what? Amethyst, this is not that bad. What has the world come to that I'm on the cusp of complimenting the Rainbow High Littles? Anyway, yeah, I genuinely don't think that this is that bad. I If we're being fully honest, if this was a full-size Violet doll who had nice makeup and not plastic clothes, I would buy this, which almost horrifies me. I'm putting her all the way up in mid. Who am I? Who am I? How do I like check that I myself have not been cloned? I'm so alarmed. The alarm continues because this is Opal. I love these pants. Like, I love these pants so much. Even the shirt I don't think is that offensive except for the fact that it's plastic. The wings are cute, the hair is cute. Like, guys, guys. Low key, low key, for like $3 I would buy this. We're gonna pop her in a mid. It's mostly the pants. Those pants are insane, and I'm honestly genuinely offended that they didn't put that on a full-size Rainbow High doll because they're so pretty. And then lastly for these littles is going to be Astrid, who is Iris's little sister. I just like everything up until these boots. She's actually real solid. She's real solid. I think this looks like it's all one piece sewn together here, but she doesn't have a plastic top, which is unique. I just hate these boots. I think they look so nasty with the rest of the outfit. But she's got like really, really fun, beautiful hair. Like, that's actually so pretty. And the rest of her outfit, I think, goes quite well. She's going to be in getting questionable because of the boots. Okay, we're done with that one now. Now we are into, I think this line is called Shimmers with Slime. That's what I wrote down. It's the slime leg dolls. Y'all already know. So this is Skylar, who I really want to get this doll on like a super sale so that I can just do a full custom of her because I think this base doll is like otherworldly. Look at her makeup. Look at that gorgeous, like lightly wavy hair. Like, oh, she's so pretty. I actually do like a lot of the pieces, just not all together and like not for this doll. It looks like it's just a basic shirt, so that's whatever. But this little like funky corseted piece, that's interesting. That I like a lot, and I really like feel like on a different situation that could look good. Same thing even with the skirt. Like, I don't think it's terrible. Shoes are unbelievably boring. And the legs are clear and meant to be filled with slime, which you know, one of those. But the base doll, she's solid. That being said, I can't put her any higher than mid. Because, like, I'm literally sitting here like, oh, the base doll's pretty and all her pieces are good for other people. That, yeah, I can't be nicer than that. Bella, Bella is looking really pretty. Her rainbow in her hair is just so perfectly crafted, in my opinion. Like, the exact shades that they used and the way that it's so good. I don't know about the hairstyle, but the actual hair, very pretty. Love the dress. I've really come around. I think at first I hated this little rosette on the side, but like I'm coming around. I kind of get it. I kind of see the vision here. No idea what's happening with these. That's weird. But she's pretty solid, so she actually gets to go up into good. Remember earlier in the video when I said that Rainbow High hates Violet? Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we ruining a perfectly nice shirt with this cheap looking little pom pom in the middle? Why are we messing up her color scheme with this like fuchsia almost? It's not quite fuchsia, but like this pinky skirt under all of this like lavender, cool toned, bluish, more purple. Why are we giving her molded on plastic leg warmers that make her feet look like horse hooves? Why are we doing this to Violet? That is my question. Why do we hate her? Like, I hope that when Rainbow High ends, we can get like an expose from some of the people who work there and find out what the was going on with Violet, because I'm so nosy. She's going and getting questionable. Okay, this is Iris's second doll, so we're sort of talking about this backwards, but it's fine. I love Iris's base dolls. but they always do something weird with her fashion that sort of takes me out of it. This doll is so pretty. The gold glitter around her inner corner of her eye, the gold shimmer on her lips. She's popping off. What is happening with this outfit? What is going on? Like, I like this super like extra cropped hoodie situation. The shirt underneath it I think could be fine. This skirt does not match whatsoever. And I thought that it was like a nice skirt for a different doll until I saw the holes all over it. Like, I think that fabric can be used in an interesting way, but this is not. She's just a mess, and it makes me so sad because her base doll is like ethereal. Like, it's so good, but overall, she's getting questionable. Ooh, I did not talk about this in the intro. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. Now I'm doubting myself. I don't think that I've previously ranked the color and create dolls because, like, the whole point is that you're supposed to put your own stamp on them. I'm ranking the airbrush and create ones today. I don't know. Is it fair? Whatever. I am ranking them baseline, like just with the stuff that they come with in the pure white that it comes with so that it's easily dyed, not accounting for the gimmick because like everyone's going to use that differently or just not use it at all and do different stuff. So yeah, we're just going like pure white design. Her hairstyle is very interesting. I can't decide if I like it or not, but it's definitely interesting and I appreciate that because so many rainbow high dolls now are just like ponytail, hair down, ponytail, pigtails, hair down. That's it. So, like, when we get something a little more exciting, I notice it and I enjoy it. Her shirt, I think, is like pretty basic. It's not too bad. It looks like there is a little decal on there that you would see when you dyed the shirt because then it would like show up white. It's just sort of there. The skirt I think is pretty decent and the shoes are pretty solid. She's going in good. Next up, my beautiful queen, who I desperately need to just like go ahead and order because I want her so bad. This doll with the curls, with that like hyper crop sweatshirt, the little I can't tell if it's like a tank top or what underneath. It actually might all be sewn together. I don't even care though. The pants, those super baggy wide pants, she's perfect. She is absolutely perfect. I love that doll. And then rounding out the trio, we have this one here that's got like the basic ponytail. They used to go by eye color. They all have some form of blue at this point. Like it used to be like, oh, the purple eyes doll, the blue eyes doll, the brown eyes doll. Literally, we have blue, blue, blurple. So that's don't get on a tangent. Don't get on an entire tangent. It does not help me differentiate between them. And also it's a little weird. It's a little bit weird. Uh, this is my least favorite just because I don't like the fashions as much. There's not really a lot to say about the base dolls for these because they are supposed to be a little bit more blank, a little bit more of like a canvas for you to do whatever you want on. So like there's not insane makeup or anything. I really am just voting it down to like the hairstyles and the outfit. And I just they're sort of there for me. So we're gonna go with mid. God, we still have so many more to get through. Junior high rock band. Let's try to be a little faster, Rain. Let's get it together. I am obsessed with this hairstyle and with how this Amaya has like had her hair colored with half of it being rainbow, half of it being white, the lilac in the middle, or yeah, like it's kind of a lilac lavender color, whatever. The light purple in the middle as the bangs to blend it. She's crazy. I don't love the shirt. I think the skirt is kind of interesting. I think the shoes have potential. I'm kind of mad that this isn't a regular Rainbow High doll versus a junior high doll because I would get her for the base doll alone. That's like so funky. She's gonna go. She's going in mid too. Sorry. Like I said all these nice things, but at the end of the day, Bella, she's cute. Again, like for all of these, like I just don't vibe with junior high. It just doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain works this way. It just does not work for me. I'm not a fan of it. It doesn't help that I did buy some junior high dolls when they first introduced the line, and I had terrible quality on mine. So like I would like to believe that they have gotten better since then, but I can't buy them now because I'm just like that was such a horrible experience, and I've since gotten rid of those dolls. But the bubble braids are fun. I like this top layer of her shirt situation that's going on here. That's very interesting. I am curious about these dolls because I feel like I've seen them on sale a lot and they're pretty new. So I'm like, are these selling super poorly? I don't know. Overall, honestly, she gets to go into good because there's nothing like that bad about her, and I would consider buying her if she were full size. Actually, can we just talk about how this is not Bella's style at all? Like, she even has another junior high doll, but this is not. Sorry, but that pisses me off. There's absolutely no point in giving characters a defined style just to break it like that. I'm sorry, I hate that. Anyway, I'm so mean. Skylar, the more I look at her, the less I like her. All of these are like, just breathe. I've talked about this at length before. I'm going more off of Bella just because I think it's more glaring for her. A real person can absolutely want to dress the way that Bella dresses with like the like very prim, proper Chanel references, like all of that. And also like being a rock band. That's fine. It doesn't matter. You're a human being, you're complicated, you can have multifaceted interests. For a doll that is a like character, I just think that it's better to sort of stay in the lane a little bit more. And I feel like it's a bit jarring for her to be like, electric guitar. Just kidding. I like Chanel and soft thing. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm being an asshole. I just feel like if you're going to make archetypal characters to the point where you're literally going to put this one in a denim swimsuit because she's the denim girl that hard, then you have to commit to the bit and be archetypal. And like you shouldn't have the Chanel girl in the rock band. None of that was relevant. God, talk about Skylar. The more I look at her, the more like the hairstyle is very interesting. And I think at first I was sort of giving her some leeway because it was so fascinating. It is giving like very sort of like 80s, at least to me. It it just doesn't work with this. I don't know. It's getting questionable. Okay. And finally, for if I can get this thing to click, the junior high rock band, we have Sunny, who is, in my opinion, the absolute best one of the group because of the pants. What is it with Rainbow High and giving their best pants to these tiny dolls that I do not wish to own? Probably it's a fabric saving measure. I want these pants on like real, proper, full size Rainbow High dolls. What the hell? These are so cute. This little like splatter painted cat. There's bunnies and stuff too. It's so good. This is a good vibe for Sunny. She's got the acoustic guitar with the stickers all over it. It's still giving Sunny. She's still got her personality. This isn't unbelievable to me. She's really, really solid. It is literally just the fact that she's a junior high doll that is holding her back from being imperfect. So she's going to be in good. I know a lot of the time in these videos, I'll be like, oh no, camera troubles, it's coming back soon. And I will have just had to do that again because I just realized that my camera cut off. I have never explained this before, and I would just like to take the opportunity to rant and ramble a tinge because I guess I'm in a chit chatty mood at this point. We still have so many to get through. Is this the time for this? Absolutely not. But look at me. I can't help it. My camera is like definitely more of a photography camera versus a videography camera. I actually got it as a form of payment for photographing a friend's wedding. So like that's why I have the camera that I do. It clearly still records. So I haven't felt the need to like upgrade because it does good enough and like frankly, I just like don't have the cash to upgrade the whole camera. I would have to not buy dolls for like several months. And I like buying dolls. Obviously, if it wasn't working, that'd be one thing, but like it works. That being said, the problem with this camera is that I don't know why. I don't know like if it's an overheating, but it's not hot. So that's confusing. I don't know why this happens, but every like 12 minutes or so, it just decides to stop filming. And the super fun kicker is that it doesn't tell me that it decides to stop filming until like the shutter closes, but the shutter closes like a good 30, 40, maybe even 60 seconds after it actually stops filming. So I just heard the shutter close and was like, shit, now me talking about Sunny, there's definitely not footage of that. And now I've explained the behind the scenes to you. I need one, literally one human being to make a comment and just be like, wow, thank you for explaining. I don't care if it's genuine. Just make me feel better about feeling like I had to ramble about that. Anyway, my fashion style. These are budget dolls, but again, they're very clearly not referential to the doll's original looks, so we are counting them for ranking. Bella is inoffensive, but also unremarkable, so she goes into mid. I almost forgot that this was Amaya. I don't know how. Amaya is a little worse, in my opinion. She just feels all over the place. I think the hair is kind of bad. The skirt is like sort of giving me mermaid vibes, but I don't know. She's getting questionable. I can't put my finger on it. I just don't like what's happening. Violet, once again, no one is looking out for this poor girl. I like her hime cut. I think that's fun. The outfit is bad. The shorts are okay. The top, what are we doing? More importantly, genuinely, what the hell is going on with these shoes? Listen, I don't know about the color. I could see these shoes working with like an absolute baddie wearing them with like big baggy pants, a tiny little tube top, a bald head. That's very important. It's the vibes. Lots of makeup and lots of piercings all over. I think that baddie could pull these shoes off. Unfortunately, Violet is not the one. And this is so bad. And ending on Sunny. I think the hairstyle is interesting. That's about the best I can give her. This is it's not great. It's going and getting questionable just because I think that the individual pieces are tolerable. That brings us to Sparkle and Shine Wave 2, which I know I've complained about this recently. I'm going to keep doing it. I need these to come to the US post haste. I want them so bad. Not this first one. This is Leilani. This is purely a like taste thing. This is just not my style of like clothing and everything. But my God, this is like a return to form for Rainbow High. This just feels better. Like it looks like high quality. We've got this cool lacing detail. We've got like ribbons and different fabrics on the top. The hair is so pretty. Like her hair is so gorgeous. There's a few different shades of this pinkish purple in there that the way it lays almost makes it look like a slight ombre. She's so good. Don't love the bubble skirt, like the way that it's been done, but it's in this velvet, which is a fun choice. Like the shoes have painted detail. I'm a little overexcited about a doll that I actually don't even like. Like at this one I don't even like and I don't really want to buy her. But the other ones, I need this line so bad. She's going in mid. That's literally the lowest I could possibly put her because at least she looks like someone cares. Dawn is so hard for me because she's like they just like needed to commit to the bit and make her orange. Like she's got the orange lava legs. Give me an orange girly pop. I like her base doll with like the star makeup. However, I do think the star makeup either needed to be a different color or she needed to be a little bit deeper in skin tone because the contrast is just not there enough for this to like read as very, very exciting to me. I think this would have looked insane if she had a deeper skin tone, like in the best way, like so pretty, or if they just made the colors a little bit more vibrant. I don't know, because it's like you can't even see it from far away. But I do like the concept. Her skirt looks basic. The top is kind of cute with this little like anime looking rabbit on it. The jacket looks high quality. Literally, my problem with her is just that like make her orange. I love orange. Orange is my favorite color. Give me my orange doll. We don't need like I know Leilani was like a purpley, but she's like a purpley pink. I don't need two pinkish dolls in the same line. Give me orange. She's going in mid. Misty pops off. She's one of the two that I'm most excited about. Whitney is like number one. We're gonna get to her in a moment. This is so she's so good, y'all. She's so pretty. I love the colors for her. The braids, like the exact way that they've been rooted and used, are so gorgeous. Like the way they just completely frame her face is super duper pretty. The metallic blue lipstick is unreal. The outfit, there are certain pieces that I'm like, I'm not 100% sold on. Like, I don't know exactly how I feel about the shirt yet and all the colors and everything. But I definitely like her enough to get her. I want her so. I need her. I need her to come here. She gets to go into good. More than anything, though, I need Whitney in my life. desperately. This is genuinely the only one of the four. Like, I like Misty a lot. She comes to stores in the US, popping her up immediately, no questions asked, along with Whitney. If these for some reason don't ever come to the US, Whitney is the only one that I'm like, I would pay secondhand prices to get her, which is insane. And I would, try to find a good deal because I think I've seen listings for her for like $70, which, ooh, that's too much for me. But I need to have this doll at some point. She is so cool. The blue legs with all of like the white and silver, like futuristic looking outfit. Like, I love her. I love her. She's got like a folding phone. She has a hairless cat. This doll is coming home one way or another at some point. MGA. Target, Walmart, Amazon, please. Please. She's definitely going to go into perfect. Also, I know that like I'm complaining and I just want to say this like right off the bat. I am not trying to be like tone deaf. I know that there are so many dolls that get released in the US that like have very, very poor distribution elsewhere. I also think that is bullshit. Like, I think that a huge corporation like Mattel or MGA has no reason to not make their dolls widely available in every country that they decide to ship these dolls out to. So I'm not trying to be like, oh, woe is me, the poor American can't get what I want for once. That's not it. It's not that I suddenly think this is a problem just because it's affecting me. I do want to be really, really clear about that. I always think it's stupid. And I just in general, the way that American based companies treat their like international fans when it comes to like dolls and stuff, I think is really gross. Like, they always are upcharging y'all even more than they upcharge us. And again, like, the availability is really bad. So I just want to make it super clear. I'm not trying to be like, ooh, poor me, poor Mary. Like, that's not it at all. I'm just saying this is looking like it's taking so long for them to come in that I'm like, oh, they actually might not, and that sucks. So like, I'm complaining personally, but it's not like an issue that I only care about because it's affecting me. I hope that makes sense. Whatever. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Continuing. Okay, so these are the Chalk and Shine dolls. We're going to be taking a look at Amaya first. These have a hair chalk gimmick. That's sort of it. I couldn't find a good picture of them without it being like both of them together. So we are going to crop Malene out in a second, and then I have the same picture on a different layer. So focusing on Amaya, I I don't know. I don't feel anything. Like, she's not the worst doll I've ever seen. I don't think she's particularly well put together. Excuse me, I have the hiccups now. I'm just having all sorts of problems this video. Yeah, that's like the best way I can put it. Like, I don't necessarily think she's like eye meltingly ugly, but she's going and getting questionable because I just don't think it's a great outfit. And then for Malene, very interesting choice to bring Malene back. We're gonna go ahead and crop Amaya out here. I hate her outfit a lot more than Amaya's, but I love her base doll. Look at the colors on here, on her eyes. That is so pretty. So pretty. So that is going to save her from being a worse ranking, and she gets to go into getting questionable as well. So I guess I could have just not cropped them at all. Whatever. It's fine. Ooh, the collector Shadow High dolls are up next. So this is Heather, who I also have once again, thanks to my mother-in-law. Shout out if you're watching this. I would be putting her in perfect, but for two things. One, this portion of her skirt, it looks weird. It doesn't really fit with the rest of it. Like, it's visible in person that it's like kind of jarring, or it words. It's visible in the stock photo that it's like sort of jarring and weird. It's a little worse in person, truth be told. And two, all of this is sewn together. All of it. So you can't easily adjust it. It's not like you can, oh, I'll just take the skirt off and put a different one on there. You have to sew somehow, some way, if you want to alter this doll's dress. Or you have to just like take the dress off entirely and put her in an entirely different outfit, which I think is kind of bullshit, especially on a collector doll. So she gets to go into good. Chanel, listen, all the things that I said previously about Chanel hold up for this doll. So this is purely a personal thing with the style. It's not a critique on the doll whatsoever. I just don't vibe with this style. So she's gonna go into mid. Oh dear God. I saw the words creative crystals on the screen. And then I saw this doll, and that was my genuine reaction. So that's bad. This is the creative crystals Amaya, who I can't defend this one. Like Closet Amaya, she knows some stuff. Like she's got some stuff going on that is really really cute. This is going in actually bad. Bella. Yep. You'll never guess where this is going with her plastic skirt. Iris, like I talked about before, like her base doll, I do think her other one, which is technically her second one, even though we talked about it first, better. This is still really pretty. Like the makeup and the hair and everything is still really, really nice. The shirt, I think, is not great. The skirt looks like it's actually, like, I think she's the only one who, from the get go, had a fabric skirt. I believe one of the other ones ended up having a variant with a fabric skirt. But, like, this is it's like a very plasticky fabric, but it's fabric from the get go. The shoes are, I don't know about that. But yeah, I never picked her up because I'm just like, I just don't like the clothes enough, which sucks. It's getting questionable. Her base dolls are so good. I just need them to give her a good outfit for once. And then lastly, to round up the video, I did not realize we were ending on creative crystals. That's a terrible note. Terrible note to round on. We have Skylar, whose outfit is objectively not bad. But like this is also certainly a Sunny doll. Like this 100% should have been a Sunny doll. The bear motifs, the poofy sleeves, the literal bear corset. You're telling me that's not for Sunny. You're telling me the girl who's so intensely denim that she wears a fucking denim swimsuit suddenly doesn't need denim at all. She's actually going to be cutesy patootsy. No, no, no. I hate it here. She's going in getting questionable, which is, no, I guess I'll put her in mid because the outfit is not bad. Like, it's not my favorite style ever, but it's certainly not bad if it were on Sunny. God! Anyway, this is the ranking. I'm very calm and normal, clearly. We only had 2 dolls in perfect. The vast majority of the dolls are in the bottom 3 tiers. Uh-oh. Like, I don't know. I am still maintaining my optimism for Rainbow High in the sense that every fresh release I'm like looking at with relatively clean and like clear eyes. I'm just like, okay, next release could be a zinger. Next release could be really good. Like I'm maintaining my optimism, but also like just looking at what they have managed to put out. Not my favorite. Not the best showing for Rainbow High, which is kind of a bummer. I did not realize this was going to be this bad going into it. I kind of thought this would be a slightly more positive video. Oopsies. But yeah, for better or worse, that is going to be my entire updated Rainbow High ranking. Please do let me know your thoughts on the dolls that we discussed today, what your favorites are, your least favorites are. Which of my rankings do you think was the absolute worst? I think that's like sort of a funny question to ask. Just again, please play nice. I am, in fact, very sensitive. I don't know. This was again a rough one. I'm still hopeful. I'm hopeful that Rainbow High will continue long enough for me to get to do another one of these videos at some point, and I'm hopeful that the next one will be better. But this one was certainly rough, so sorry. I hope you are able to find some joy in it. Regardless of that, I actually have no idea how long I've been talking. My timer's incorrect because I had to do a screen recording. So I hope this wasn't too long for you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be. Happy holidays to all of you, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.